As always, it's so much fun to visit Sally here at Pet Pizazz and all of the pooches that she cares for. Sally, I see you have Dexter on the table here today. Now, is this the only kind of dogs that you groom?
No, we do a lot of big dogs as well. We do, of course, a lot of these, and a dog like Dexter comes in here and gets spiffed up about every month or so. That's usually what we recommend, is 4 to 6 weeks for dogs like this, to keep them, in good shape, keep them from getting matted and so forth. But the springtime, we were just talking about, we see a lot of the big dogs come in. Everybody they've been outside for the winter and they need something done to them. They're in bad shape. And I try to recommend a couple of things. People will ask me about shaving the coats down on, say, a Chow or a Chow mix or a Golden Retriever or any mixes of any of those kind of dogs. Australian Shepherds, there just tend to be a lot of those that come in the springtime and they're in kind of a mess. You can shave their coats down. You'd rather not. If you don't have to, I would rather brush out all the undercoat. And we've got a number of tools that we use, and we get all that undercoat out. It's a dead coat. It's the thick coat that lies close to the skin. It tends to get very, very matted, and people think, well, this looks great out here, but it's down deep next to the skin where the skin can't breathe. So if it's really bad, there's not much choice but to start over. And then, last resort, we can take them down really short. Or if people just can't stand the hair, please just take it all off. We'll do it. We'll do what makes you happy. But if you're going to ask me the best thing for the dog's coat, it would be to de-shed. Get all that undercoat out, clean them up that way, trim up the excess hair around the rear and the feet and up underneath. But leave most of that coat and just clean out that excess undercoat.
And it's going to make them feel so much better, especially in these hot months. I mean, we're burning up and sweating outside, but a lot of times we forget that dogs can't sweat like we can.
That's right. And they
they're
don't.
Panting and trying to stay cool.
That's the other thing, is people think of them as sweating and they think, let's take maybe just a half an inch off of the coat. Not a real. It doesn't work that way. They aren't like us, where you take a coat off and you're cooler. The dogs sweat through their pads and through their tongue when they're panting. By taking that coat down a half of an inch, it's not going to do anything. If that thick undercoat is all laying in under there and you just take off this top little bit, it's not going to do anything. So that's when I'll say, now we've got a couple options. You either want to go in really close down to the skin if we have to, or let me get in there and de-shed and get all that undercoat out, and then he'll be cooler. He'll feel a lot better.
Awesome. So making sure you're getting your bigger dogs in here, making sure they're not getting too hot. They can't overheat in the summer. Especially as hot as it's getting now, you want to make sure that you're taking good care of them and not overheating your pooches, especially if they're outdoors, right, Sally?
Exactly.
Great.
It gets really hot here.
It really does. Well, thank you so much for having us today. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Great to see you too.
Guys, you see her contact information right here on the screen. Feel free to give her a call or bring your pooch on in.